And now to Paris, where startup Sorare is keeping sports trading cards alive. Sorare is the platform for gamers to collect and trade digital versions of cards of soccer players from around the world using blockchain. And it recently got the backing from star soccer player Gérard Piqué. Joining Quicktake now from Paris is Sorare co-founder and founder Nicolas Julia. Nicolas, it's great to have you on the show. Can you explain what the company offers users? How does it work?
Yeah, so first, yeah, thanks for having me. So I think it's a mix between a trading card game and a fantasy soccer game. So basically, you need to own this, trading cards to play a global fantasy soccer game. And yeah, like the novelty is that there's trading cards that live on the blockchain, and that gives them like some superpowers. So the first one is the digital scarcity. The second one is authenticity and traceability, which is a cool feature of the blockchain. And the third one is portability, the fact that you can move these cards outside of the game, you can trade them freely on our marketplace or other marketplaces. So yeah, that's a very high level overview.
Okay, give us the genesis story here. How did you end up founding the company?
Yeah, so I was working in a blockchain startup with my co-founder Adrien, and we were looking to start something together. And so we saw this new technology on top of one of the most famous blockchain, which is Ethereum. And this technology enables the creation of unique digital goods. And we were like, that's crazy, because collecting is a thing for decades, for centuries. As human beings, we have been collecting for a while, and now we have a technology which can help us to collect things on a digital space, which was not possible before, because there's no uniqueness on the web as we all know it. And so we were like, that's crazy, but what if we bring one of the most coveted IP, which is the image of soccer players, on top of that, and so that we don't only have scarce items, but we have branded scarce items. And then we were like, okay, that's cool, but what if we can use these items in a compelling fantasy soccer game so that we can engage with them every day and every week? And so, yeah, that's how the idea came up. That was late 2018, and that was, very early days.
What's the role of blockchain on the platform?
So I think there's three main things. The first one is digital scarcity. The fact that if I tell you there's 100 cards of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, it cannot be one more, because blockchain backs the fact that these cards are digitally scarce. That's the first thing. I think the second thing is authenticity and traceability, the fact that you cannot copy these things, you can trace them and trace the change of ownerships of these trading cards. That's the second big thing. And I think the third one is the portability of these game items, the fact that you can move them outside of the game, use them on different games. And so it's really different from the game items that you would buy on normal video games, where you are locked into a closed ecosystem. Here, it's like a physical good. You can move them freely, you can trade them freely, and that's a big thing.
How are you thinking about expansion and growth for the company? Are you thinking geographic expansion and adding new users from different parts of the world? Are you thinking of different types of sports being added to the platform? How are you thinking about it?
Yeah, so at the moment, so like the most important segment in terms of revenue is from the US, and then we have Europe with the UK and Germany, and so we are focusing on these two markets and then trying to expand next year in Asia probably. And so we want to remain laser focused on soccer at the moment, because that's the biggest sport in the world, and then probably go not after other sports, but after more games, like building this kind of platform on top of our cards, where you don't only have our own global fantasy soccer game, but other games being built where you can use the trading cards. So that's how we see expansion in the coming years.
Sorare founder Nicolas Julia in Marrakech, Morocco. Nicolas, thank you so much for your time and for joining us on Quicktake today.